then she would think this and I'd be like, oh my God, it's me.
Good morning.
Bro, I hear that. Yeah, so lads, when did you feel was the right time to say I love you
Man.
in your relationships?
The right time. Do you know what? It changed with the years, but initially you think to yourself, yeah, like when it's your first experience of it, you feel like you're already in there. Like I'm in love. Like this is where it is.
Yeah.
This must be where it is. I've never experienced this. Like, this is it. This is it. But as you get older, you start to realize that saying I love you comes with a lot of different factors. And you know what? Some women might not want to hear this, yeah, but sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to go through different experiences with different women. Like, for example, I'm not trying to incriminate guys here, yeah, you know, as a populace, yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes you meet a girl and you're not sure if she's actually the right girl. And in that time, a lot of guys will go date and they'll still be dating, they'll still be seeing other girls. Whether they're sleeping with them or not, and there's a different question. That's down to your morality, I guess, with your dating situation with that person or even what you've both agreed to. But I feel like you have to kind of go through some experiences, or you have to go through. It's so hard, man. It's so hard to say when is the right kind of time, or when did I feel like it was the right time.
What do you think, Sean?
I mean, first of all, I'm speaking to my guys here. Don't ever feel pressured to say it.
Yeah.
Even if she says it, don't worry. Stay strong.
Just say
Just be like safe.
So, you got to dab her up.
To respond. No, but I feel that if, you know, I don't even think it's even if a girl makes you feel different. Because again, she might not be the one, do you know what I mean? I think you need to have gone through things to know that you love someone. You need to you need to see each other at your best and at your worst.
Yeah.
Not just because they make you feel good, but how they made you feel when you was bad or sad or whatever. Because someone could make you feel great on a good day, but then as soon as you're down, they'll kick you as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need to know how someone operates in that sense. That's when I think that you should say I love you.
Spoken like a
But-
true veteran.
It's true veteran.
When I did actually say it, I sound like a flipping hypocrite because I didn't say none of that. I was in none when I said it.
Yeah, I was. Do you know what?
That's why I wanted everyone to talk. That is why I wanted everyone to talk.
You're always mid.
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because it's not. Do you know what it is? Yeah, I actually think. Do you see the common misconception for males? Yeah, is that we were emotionless. To get that's a common misconception. I think males are actually more sensitive than women, but because of for the sheer ego and sheer fact that we are men, we won't show it or we won't even give an inkling. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually feel I'm quite an emotional person. Well, I'm quite a sensitive person, but you wouldn't really know unless it's something that really sort of makes me. You know, you guys know what I'm like, innit?
Yeah.
And personally, I feel that guys catch feelings quicker than women if it's the right woman for them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they will not say I love you first until they feel the woman feels a similar way. Because it's an ego thing. Some guys will say I love you first. I think I've said I love you first once. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then the straight response is, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for you to say that because I love you too. Do you know what I mean? Or
That's when it's bliss, isn't it?
that's what it's bliss, bro. It's sweet, fam.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I can't even remember who said I love you first between me and my woman. I think I might have just... Because I like to see myself as a quote-unquote alpha male. Do you understand? Not a misogynist or not a...
No, just alpha
not
male.
a person of tyranny, but I'm just a man's man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, even if I was to say it first, it's not like, he actually told me he loves me first sort of thing. It's more, I love you, babe. You understand? You know what?
Yeah,
I love you,
yeah.
babe.
Yeah.
And sometimes the look on the other half's face is so precious because it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe he made that step first.
And they start
like,
smiling,
blah,
they
blah.
can't
Do you
continue.
get what I'm saying? And I feel like it's more of a alpha move to say I love you first rather than to say it after, because
Yeah.
it shows that you're not frightened to be who you are, or to say how you really feel.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
I've been in situations where I felt myself wanting to say I love you.
But you wasn't sure if you meant it.
I
That's
was.
another thing.
Yeah, well, do you know what? No, I've not been in a situation where I thought to say it and it wasn't actually true. When I've actually been there, I've wanted to say it, but then I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe it's a bit too soon to say it,
Yeah,
or
fair.
maybe it's this, because I could have gone through a lot of things with someone, but then it's just about the timing. It's about the timing of saying it.
That ties in nicely to my point where when I say guys are more sensitive than females when it comes to emotions, where there's times when a man could meet the ping, like I've seen man them, including myself, see a girl on road or somewhere else that they don't know, or they've just met briefly and say to the next man, brother, that's man's wifey, that's man's next wifey.
Yeah.
You understand? And they'll make it happen. Do you get what I'm saying? But because they've known beforehand, like they've chosen who they want beforehand, it's quite easy for them to be a few weeks deep into a relationship and kind of think, you know what, this is bliss. Like, and they can easily say I love you, but we won't because we're men. We think logically and not with emotions. But
Also,
if
have
you
chatter in the back as well.
Exactly.
As much as we shouldn't
Exactly.
listen to it, but it's there.
Exactly, bro. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like if everybody was being real to themselves, probably men would say I love you more than women. I think some women are, they don't have a problem saying I love you, but with all of the, you know, things going on over the generations of men hurting women's feelings and women taking on other women's hurt and not wanting to be hurt themselves and blah blah blah, they won't say it as quickly as they probably want to.
Women.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just in today's generation.
You disagree?
I disagree with that, man.
Well, they won't say I love you as quickly as they want to.
I feel like girls nowadays are quick to say that I love you.
I got two things I was
Fair.
going to say. Yeah.
Yeah,
One of them is
fair,
that so people sometimes start by saying I have love for you.
Yeah.
They start that. They start like, you know, that's what they start.
That could
But
go
then
one
the
or two
second
ways.
thing,
Some people
is
don't like
that
that conversation, bro.
I told this story, I think on the last episode where I went to the drive-in cinema
Yeah.
on a date. But before that, I remember the person was messaging me like, you ever had, you might not have had this before, but you've probably seen it before. You know when girls like say, oh, tell me you love me. Tell me you love me, like as like a like. So it's a partial joke, but the thing is with jokes, is that there's some truth to it. That's what makes it
always
funny.
truth in some jokes,
That's the point of a joke, is that there's a little bit of truth to it that probably makes it funny. So she was saying that, she was like, "I'll tell you," like, and it's like, "No, I'm not," and I was saying, "No,
Yeah.
like, of course I'm not you. What do you mean? I don't even know you. Like, you tell me I love you.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I mean?"
This is why, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
But this is why I say I feel like guys would be more susceptible to say it first if they was being real with themselves, because a man don't go with a woman just for the sake of having a relationship. If we could, I think I speak for most men, if we could just live a normal, like we wouldn't get married or we wouldn't have one partner naturally. Just speaking for all men, just naturally, it's not a fact, but I'm just thinking just naturally,
yeah.
because if we don't need to put all our eggs in one basket, we wouldn't. Do you get what I'm saying?
Ties into a point I'm going to say.
Do you understand? We wouldn't. So we're less susceptible to say it for the sheer fact that we're in a relationship. You'd be in a relationship with someone that you actually like. Which is why I feel like we probably want to say it first, but we won't, because of the sheer fact that we're men. We have a sort of an ego, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying? But I find that some women don't know how to be by themselves, and they love the idea, keyword idea, of being in a relationship. But when the relationship actually comes, maybe they're not ready for the work that actually is involved in a relationship. Do you get what I'm saying?
Like what you just said, like that some women don't know how to be by themselves, and all they know is, right, when they get with someone, when they get past a certain stage with another person, they want to say I love you, and it's not even just what they're feeling, but it's a reaction. Because I'm gonna break up just a little something, but we won't touch on it, not today anyway. But remember when I met someone and it was like, I'm gonna do something if I'm their girlfriend. if I'm their boyfriend. Do you remember?
Of course I remember.
I wouldn't. Do you know what? Anyway,
And
it's another story.
and I'm just and like when you think about that, she'd only be like, oh, you need to be my boy. You need to be my boyfriend. You need to be my boyfriend. But it's like that doesn't change. That title wouldn't change anything. Do you know what I mean? And that made me think.
Can I be your girlfriend?
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
mad.
Yeah.
How?
I've got-
Like, can I be your girlfriend?
Do you know what? Yeah, I was gonna say, just going back to what Dan said. Yeah, is that I think there's times where I've loved the look of a woman.
Yeah.
But I've not been in love with them.
Yeah.
So but then I know the difference of when I've been around a woman and she does something for me that's mad, like really caring, and I'm like, you know what? Inside, in my own head, I'm like, I love you. Like,
Yeah. This is it.
But there's times where like I've met someone and I've maybe been dating, doing whatever we're doing for a couple of months. And then, like, sometimes, again, you know, like how we said that guys will say "I love you" mid-beat sometimes.
100, fam.
But like,
But
there's
it's still
sometimes I'm
sweet.
touching, you don't touch a guy, and then you're just like,
Like,
I
man.
love how you look. Like that's what you're. I mean, you're saying I love you, but I love how you
It's
appeal to me almost.
Yeah.
It's not I love you as
This is it.
the
And this is why,
entirety
this
of
is why I
it.
say, like, guys would say it first, because you're not going to say it to a girl that you don't like if it's just what it is. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
You can be so cold. And this is the misconception that some females get. When a guy actually likes you, you will know.
yeah.
Yeah.
You actually know. Do you get me?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if he doesn't know how to express his emotions, you will know that he likes you. Because there's a way that he will make you know he likes you, innit?
Yeah.
When a guy doesn't necessarily care to that extent, or maybe he's been hurt before, he can just put on the coldness.
I think a
And you will
guy
never
can
know.
even be an asshole and still
Love the girl.
and you can still, like, obviously the girl might not see it, but someone on the outside
100.
looking in can still see that that guy might love the girl. He's just an arsehole. Do you know what I mean?
100. The only guys I can't really speak for, yeah, because I'm not one of them, innit, is them guys that, like, they just can't help themselves, bruv. Do you get what I'm saying?
What is in like those guys that say I love you to girls just
Yeah,
to,
like, no, like, they will have their main woman,
yeah.
like, you know, like,
Yeah.
Baby Boy,
Yeah.
like Jody, like Tyrese and Baby Boy. Like, he's got his woman, but he's always cheating on his woman.
Yeah.
But that's his main squeeze.
Yeah.
And in a weird sense, you kind of get the feeling that he does love her, but he keeps doing what he's doing. So I can't say that maybe that's real love. Do you know what I mean? Because every man knows that when it's real love, even if this is just for example's sake, even if you have made a couple mistakes or whatever, it don't continue. If it's real, it don't continue. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it stops because
There's a point where
there's
it
a point
stops,
where
yeah.
you think to yourself, do you know what? I can't afford to lose what I have.
And that's what it is. It's that point.
There you go.
It's that point,
Yeah.
you know, because guys will
Yeah,
do that from the start. Some guys won't. Cool, but I feel like for men, between men, we know when that point is,
Yeah.
and we're not as clueless. I don't think we're as clueless as women think we sometimes
We're not,
are.
but they think we
But
are.
they think we're clueless about things. But it's just like if a guy likes a girl, he won't always like. All right, I'll be honest. There's times where like I've been talking to a girl and I'm a bit more serious with one girl. But then there's a few others that I'm kind of interested to go on dates with or see, or like I've not met before, but we had a little bit of a connection.
But
so
when
you know,
you
what I
find that one that you know when you want to say I love you, though.
yeah, but
Is
it's the thing of where it's like I've met one person, but equally at the same time, my curiosity. It's my curiosity.
Who
of
you
wanting
did
to
say
meet-
it to? You don't think, like, when you first met them, you didn't say it?
No, what do you mean? Like,
Or you say, like, so you're saying, like, the one who you're like ultimately say it to, when you first meet them, it's not like you'll first see them and you'll be like, oh, I love you, because you still need to get to know them.
no, I still need to get to know them, and then even when I do. No, I didn't want to say this, but like even when like you maybe a couple months in and you like this person's legit, you might not love them yet, but I think sometimes curiosity in men, that has sometimes been my downfall in the past, where it's kind of like I wanna see what else is
That goes back
on the
to
other side of the fence.
What man was saying, like, if there wasn't a thing like created called marriage and that, like, men will quite happily live their life
Yeah.
living a bachelor life or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like women, it's just a theory. Yeah, I could be wrong. I feel like women would still want to hold on to one man. But that's just not, that's before like all of the just a disclaimer, that's before all of like the hurt and everything that people have gone through. Right now, as it stands, everybody's just doing what they're doing. Like women and men alike. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think not in the natural world. Naturally.
Because me saying what I've said, is like at the end of the day, it might come as a bit of a surprise because I've been the type of person where I will be in a relationship. Like I like being I like being with one person, but then I'd be lying to say that I haven't had those thoughts or those things haven't crossed my mind. Or...
Well, I think that's where guys and girls, again, amongst other things, we differ because where females are emotional and we're logical. If a girl said to you, "Oh, do you love me?" You might actually, love her, but...
You get annoyed because you think, why are you asking?
It's almost like, why are you asking? And also, I've got to think, all right, okay, do I actually love you? Am I going to say this and,
be bound by it?
And be bound by it? Whereas a girl's going to be like, if you said to a girl, do you love me? She'll be like, yeah, because that's how she's feeling. She's emotional right now. She's going to say, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And even if later on she'll be like, you know, if that's your ex and whatever, and she starts cussing you, he's a dickhead anyway. But it'd be like, but you loved him. Do you know what I mean?
A tip for the man them out there as well. Don't follow when a girl says she loves you.
That's what I said, fam.
Yeah, don't follow. Just watch their actions. Through their actions, you'll know whether they love you or not.
Yeah, do it in your own time, man.
A1 advice.
Yeah, man.
I think people, like you said, to add on to that tip as well, I think you've got to look at your own situation in your own life where you're at, because I think it's easy sometimes to latch onto something that feels good because it's all new.
And for you know, some women, they like infatuation is a real thing, you know.
Oh my goodness!
Look, they get infatuated and it's not. Sometimes it's not love, fam. You know what I mean? Before you know it, they're boiling your bunny and all that stuff, all of them things.
Listen, man's been there. You know, I'm not gonna lie, man's been frazzled. What's the time? I've had one or two catch me out, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, we've all had that one person to catch man out, fam. You know what I mean? I've had one or two catch man out, fam. But the first one that caught me out, I just, after what happened, can I do a little tangent? Oh, we ain't got time. No, I do not. Forget. It's another story. But it was in uni, innit? The first one that caught me out was in uni, and I was feeling away because, technically, it was my fault. Technically, it was my fault. But at the same time, it didn't have to go the way it went. You get what I'm saying? And it burned me. You know what I mean? It burned me.
It's alright, man. We've all had that one.
Fam, it was peak, fam. It was peak.
Right, we move on.
I want to tell the story, but it's hold on.
So just hold on. So actually, I'll do it.
Clap.
I'll make you something. Am I moving mad?
Yeah. You trying to run it now?
Not